And a side map in this series is going to be split. One that we've had the chance to see both of these squads on, and pretty different looks. We saw G2 in the past. They're still going with this breach setup, so still a big investment in the Waylay. Fade and breach, Waylay combined. Furia looked very, very good against Sentinels on this particular map. That was a really one-sided game, at 13-5 if I'm not mistaken.
Their defense play from Furia in that game, I thought was pretty superb. They were constantly putting Koala Noob in positions to get easy op kills, exploit the comp that Sen were playing. But more than that, what I was so impressed with walking away from it is a point that we were making on Abyss. Their fundamental play, the way that their site anchors work off of each other, their understanding of where to position, to play for each other, to set up good crossfires, it just was always flowing so effortlessly. Now they're going to be starting on the attack side here. G2 historically just a dominant force when it comes to playing defense in Valorant. All of last year, they were just a nightmare for any team to play against when it came to their setups, the discipline that they have, how good they are in retakes. This comp that G2 are running is insanely util dense. Having the breach and the fade to set up Jaw, it's a lot to deal with.
It's certainly something worth looking out for, but it'll be G2 starting on the defense side. Furia, Koala Noob this time. Saw him in the previous game, of course. He had that up to hand on a couple of occasions. Furia were able to work to some degree that double duelist look, but ultimately G2 looked very, very solid there. The fact that, you know, Baby Bay's able to get some of his own action started up on the chamber now, it'll be a different role for him on that Viper. We're looking out for Lee Trent to run it back some more of these multi-kill, these clutch scenarios. And again, this is a pretty important map because we're getting to the pointy end already of this upper bracket, right? Next one's the upper finals, the qualification game for whoever wins this match.
Yeah, it seems like a good time to remind, just like to take a step back, survey the situation, and remember that Furia are on the cusp of qualifying to the first Masters of this year. If they beat G2, they are but one game away from pulling that off.
With extra chances still
Furia,
in the back pocket.
I said, by the way. Furia, Mitch!
I said it before, this team has been free to reinvent themselves, and their chemistry is unreal. But G2 have got years and years and years in the server as a unit.
Now look, the setup here for Furia, it is simple. You have Koala Noob drawing some attention from G2, teleport back to B main where the execute's going to come through, and of course it is Alum. Of course he does have a shorty, does have to get out in that situation.
Yeah, look where the positioning is for Valorant. He's very far back, not to be caught out by the double dash in. Leaf able to find one. Can they play off of that? Despite the snakebite being in the way of G2, they can still trade for Leaf's kill, but they will be caught out of the sight. This spot for Baby Bay is going to be crucial on this pistol, and he's playing it pretty safely, pretty conservative.
Just crouching, tucking his head so he doesn't get taken down. Listen, if I'm G2, I'm worried right now about the existence of EU. This guy has been a pistol round phenom in this series. Just jumping around with the classics. It doesn't matter. Right now he's got the Sheriff though.
Just a tap of the spike for EU.
Look at Baby Bay. He has worked his way from heaven trying to get into B main. And the fact that Furia are just delaying getting the spike down is allowing him time. Yeah, possibly.
Yeah, Nerve has been looking for it. He's been trying to bait the rap, and it comes. Baby Bay may have walked into a trap there.
Haunt is back up for EU as well. That's going to go out. Force Jaw to break, swings out, but that's 3 players ready to face him.
This is more time for Valorant to step up, and now the inserted player on the site is the Yoru. Koala Noob ready to stand and deliver, but a shot catches his shoulder. Turns out it was the head. Fair enough. Jaw gets it to half. He's going to have to get off of it now and fights! Here comes Nerve. 3 on the round. Furia on the board.
Yeah, he is back after having a crazy performance on Abyss, some struggles on Bind, but heats up immediately. Furia have been a solid pistol round team, as you mentioned prior. And they really just do a great job here of fighting together. I mean, Arc gets exposed in the open, but EU is there ready to just get an easy kill with one of those players vulnerable from the snake bite. This double swing is nice to close the round out.
Yeah, we just kill guys and they make mistakes every time. We're fine.
Again, the game is just so simple. That's a new one for me.
Is that one for you?
I'm writing that down. I'll be saying that in ranked.
Woe betide anybody who gets queued up with Wyatt and gets the most insightful thoughts on why you're losing your ranked games.
Now Furia just playing spread 1-3-1 to open up this round. Valen Goblin mode in the smoke with his shorty. Of Koala is just going to relax on that angle. At least Furia know they don't have to worry about Vent at the moment.
My goodness. Well, that was pretty fortuitous timing for Alan. Babyface simply walked out.
That really is the goal right now from Furia. Just get some of these G2 players to expose themselves to the open so they can get some nice and easy kills.
It's validating for what EU said at the end of the last round.
It really is. Valen, can he get this? That
like
might be a little too far. Nope. All right. Gets up close.
Don't know if that's enough, Wyatt. The 1-for-1. Was Valen at the weak side? I guess with the Viper
Seem
down?
likely. Doesn't seem likely. Leaf does have a Bucky, by the way. I'm curious to see what his buy is going to be on the buy round with the Bucky, but
can he set this fault line up for... Okay, Jaw wants to join him.
He needs the full kit. Oh, listen, I'm getting ahead of myself. Maybe he'll get some kills here on the exit.
I don't hate this angle. If he's expecting something... Yeah, I think this is going to be a setup for Jaw.
Okay,
maybe a contain.
EU does have the haunt. Surely he's going to throw it. But also, they just don't even need to actually get out of here. They can play in the corner. I mean,
Prowler's top box.
Know, and the C's.
Oh, okay. Fault line comes out. This is to dissuade Nerve, pushing out. Still don't know about Jorgamo here. Doesn't matter.
Oh, he's going in.
Oh, okay. Alan falls.
Or he's going out. Because he gets a free gun.
Yeah, obviously those three players won't perish to the spike. They're in a safe pocket away from the blast. Honestly, that was handled quite well from Furia. They had a lot of extraneous utility they're able to use to make sure there's not some weird, funky fault line play that G2 throw at them.
Unfortunately, though, they did lose the best gun that they had. That was the only small little thing at the end there, sadly. EU still with that Outlaw in his scoped weapons era. Furia, they are just 5 outside of A, ready to go. No one particularly close to an ult on this round. Probably won't be in play unless EU goes crazy.
It is a weird little bonus.
Now G2, they have control of B main with the smoke down from Valen. He's peeking that pretty aggressively. And they are in a position where they can get to this A site, get to that heaven side very fast. So it's very, very possible that they could try to fight Furia here.
Nerve lining up the rafters snake bites.
Yeah, Leaf already used his stun, but from this position he could have had something to help Trent over in heaven. It's a push down mid from G2. Furia getting into the site, and with the way they've positioned themselves, getting into this site to fight no longer an option. It's going to be a straight up retake. They have the better weapons to pull it off.
And they got the breach and Fade utility at that.
Out in the open!
Oh, two!
Bro, I'm telling you, I mean, it's a new era for EU.
Man, that guy was just waiting for the perfect moment. The wall came down. He found himself too, and the fade off is complete. G2.
Is this just a save?
Yes!
Is this just a save for G2?
There's no way they're going to go for this. And look at the buy for Furia. It's free real estate.
It might be a little bit hard to get these guns if G2 try to patrol heaven. I mean, no, they want to collect them. Everyone's going up ramp to get these free rifles. I mean, what an easy round for Furia. That's wraps.
Super sick from Furia. That is crazy.
I mean, EU just simply shot them when the wall dropped.
Yep.
I mean, honestly, though, that is, you know, a bit of... Feels like laziness from G2, just not having that cover, not being prepared for anyone to fight that angle.
Were they light armored? They were
First one was a headshot, and then the second one was Leaf, who was light armored because he bought the Bucky on the last round. I mean, listen, I'm assuming that's why, but...
Yeah, let me just win us this round real quick, bro. I've been telling Shaw for so long, he keeps saying no to me. I've been saying Outlaw in the gun round is the most broken thing in the world.
Maybe in 120 words or less next time.
Yep.
Forget about that. Point made. That was real nice. You said this gun? Yeah, you're not getting Koala Noob. Sorry, buddy.
There.
He's playing for that rafter and ramp site.
I'm going to need someone to check about the armor thing, by the way. Not that I'm going to be able to see it, but someone check.
You know what?
Post it somewhere that I won't see it.
You could have just brazenly said it as if it were fact.
I mean, I did say it, and then I felt, I mean, I should have
You
just
need to go to the Matt Morello School of Stats.
Regardless, Furia, they're all the way up in B heaven. Though G2 have the utility to slow them down as Leaf has made his way towards stairs. G2 with the 2 rifles to work with that they, escaped the last round.
This
carrying.
This action, though, in heavens, but louder than my stomach in the last 5 minutes because someone's brought someone very scrumptious into the arena. Something crumbed, if I'm not mistaken. That's devious, by the way. After the fact, though,
no, I just messed up that I'm on a cut right now, and I'm
hungry?
smelling that. And
You
it's,
smell it?
yeah, so someone's eating something delicious
It
in
is
here, real close to the
aromatic,
casting booth. All right, hold on. Let me dial in, Mitch. I'm getting hungry. Let me dial in. Jaw gets an entry kill, and then backs away, dialing in.
All right, Prowler out onto the side. A lot of this U2 and a gate crash gets Furia pretty deep here. Deep enough. The Trent's not going to be ready for Alan to catch him. But here's Jaw, off a timing, gets down ramp. Still 2 Furia players up on the site. G2 with the numbers. Time might be on their side here too.
Real danger there for Jaw. Look at the weaponry, by the way. Jaw, the weakest, is the only one with a rifle. Valen trying to close the distance with this stinger.
It's tough from here. Artsy and Alan both healthy. And that's the round falling flat on its face for G2.
They're just doubled up, letting G2 have to work their way towards them on the retake. Better guns at range. And that damage onto Jaw ended up being pretty significant.
Found the food light.
I don't even want to hear about it anymore. I don't want to think about it anymore.
It's wafting.
Good recovery, though, from Allen. And EU continues the reign of terror with the Outlaw. Will he buy it again? That is the question. Or is it back to rifles?
All right, well, it's going to be a timeout first and foremost because G2, as astute viewers have noticed, are not on the board yet this game.
We're in the doghouse. It is tough. What is the move for them out of this timeout? Well, as of right now, it is getting an AWP into the hands of Jaw, who at the moment is the only player really putting a few kills on the board for G2. And what a time this would be for him to actually start lighting the server up and coming to life. This is, let's just face it, not been a great series for him so far. It has been a quiet outing, but he is a player that at any given moment can just explode in the server and absolutely crush the other team. I mean he's one of the most dynamic duelist players that we have in this region.
G2 have played in some very, very long series, in some very, very important, high-impact, high-stakes games, and Jorg is never spending an entire series on the sideline like that.
There's no way.
He's got time to get back into the game yet.
EU was in the timeout, debating with Coach Shaw, and he won. He has the Outlaw again. He beat him in the marketplace of ideas.
He got that Socratic method going, you know? I respect it. Broken cell, ice to a polar bear.
And he's actually going to face off against Jaw, by the way.
Yep, okay. With an Outlaw against the fully armored target.
Yeah, luckily he has enough cash for the full armor. Unless he stood in the wall and then got shot, that would have been messed up, man. That would have been messed up. Everyone on Furia, they are working their way towards this A side. Can this be Jaw's moment? 1 kill, he also has the convergent paths and can absolutely set up his team for a round win, stall out the rest of Furia if they try to get the kill on him.
Prowler dealt with so many tools to force him off the line, and he's going to be in an awkward spot, a little bit exposed here. Shoots at the clone, as you do.
Haunt as well, and now getting chased down.
Everything in the kitchen sink, and they got him. Jogamo down. He got back into screens and got picked off through the smoke. So much for having Valley from that operator.
That util sequencing is actually just vile.
What do you mean sequencing?
Impossible to deal with. I mean, it was one thing after another. It's called a sequence, buddy.
That's true. I'm gonna argue with that. All right.
Oh, little combo, but yeah, Art is able to sidestep that. Allen fighting forward into the Nightfall.
Okay, Paranoido is going to be slowed up. G2 can't play off that as quickly as they would have liked. And Artazine is tucked here on this corner. Valen, Baby Bay, both decayed down.
Yeah, both at 1 HP at the moment. And Allen, I mean, he's just shot in the foot. It doesn't even matter. He was so weak.
Baby Bay gets a trade up of weapon, but Artazine was sitting and waiting for them. How about another round for the Panthers?
Straight out of the timeout, they are just eating G2 alive. Poor Jaw. I mean, watching that in his point of view, how could you feel anything but just bad?
What is proportional about this, exactly?
It's just messed up. It's just messed up, man.
They had to violate the Geneva Convention to get to him in that round.
Nice little transfer from Artson.
What are they doing? What are they doing?
He's running, bro. He's running. You are a util tsunami threatening to break upon his small thatched hovel.
Valen trying to just do anything he can to get some kills. Okay, well, he gets one. That was someone, I think, just took their util out while he swung out, so gets the best timing imaginable.
Love that from Valen. He was ready to fight again. Steps back an extra meter or so.
Allen lit up the concrete, though. Just destroyed it. Now down mid, a Prowler went, and it looks like Leaf wants to take some space off the back of it. Yeah, play a bit of a forward angle.
Just, yeah, remember these weapons here for G2, not spectacular. Okay, element is
trouble now. What?
Whoa, he dodged the saturate, not bad.
Oh, Valen exposed though. That's big for Nerve to find. And now with 55 seconds on the clock, there is an opportunity for Furia to be a little bit patient, slow things down. And as things stand, there's no chance at the moment they'll be running into the Bucky, so they have to just deal with Baby Bay on this site, playing with the Bandit.
Sees the barrel of EU's rifle. Unfortunately, that advance notice just isn't enough to tip the scales in his favor.
Yeah, wasn't expecting that Artson was already going to be kind of pushed, tucked around that corner.
Where are you?
Only a sheriff now for Trent, and Furia are easing into these post-plant positions.
Yeah, they can let G2 go forward. Art can just send a Paranoia off. There's even another Prowler. Yeah,
Yep,
that's
two Prowlers. Oh, me. Guy's got everything. Jaw can skirt the edge of this. Oh, sees a shoulder of Artazine. Okay, now they've got good positioning. Convergent pass, and you can half the spike behind this. Trent is definitely going to have to take contact though for Jaw.
Stick.
And there's Nerve. They've got it. Unbelievable Thrifty. Convergent pass at the perfect time. That hindrance takes Furia out of the round.
Furia just gave up so much space wanting to play off of their utility. But after it had been sent out, there was more than enough time for G2, and it's really just Jaw being able to catch that kill in the corner on Art, a little bit exposed.
That's a frustrating round.
I mean, how does Leaf get that kill, by the way? Crazy little shot.
But honestly, it's in the same vein as what Valen did early in the round. Just being positioned up, just a variation thrown in that Furia aren't ready for.
Now look, even still, Furia, if they win this round, the economy for G2 is right back in the bin. One orb away is Trent from getting his Nightfall. Convergent pass comes through. Are they going to clear Valen? Yeah, they do.
Yeah, Valen doesn't have time for the hindrance to wear off. Pretty powerful, fast ult play into the B side. And Trent offers pretty limited resistance.
Yeah, Baby Bay tries his best to get over there quickly as well, but is unable to get anything accomplished. Nerve needs to tuck, get out of the way of that aftershock. Okay, Leaf. I mean, random spray kill onto Art, and all of a sudden, G2 have a chance.
Rolling Thunder to come through. Alum gets popped up, I think, above the Viper's Pit, potentially. Hard to say, but Jaw going to drop in. Hit the Saturate as well. Nerve gets flattened, but the pit is now going to fall. EU steps up, but he knows he's going to be crossfire potentially, but Leaf doesn't have it set up in time. Turns to flash. EU looks like a juggernaut out here. 10-2! You can't stop this guy!
EU is a damn demon on this map right now.
And he just cut that crossfire so comfortably. 11 kills, 2 deaths.
Look at the way he was just mogging Leaf. He was just staring at that angle. He knew the flash was coming. Turn. Goes right back and is just standing there.
Yo, I was so locked in, bro. I'm just waiting for this guy to swing me.
I mean, we could see it.
Yeah.
We could see it. He was dialed.
Nasty, nasty little flash turn. Probably got to be a timeout here for G2 if I were a betting man, which I'm not, but I mean, hey, it's paper money.
And you won the bet.
Yep.
There is, in fact, a timeout because Furia, like I mentioned at the start of that round, they threw in, and I respect it, great call, they threw in the tactical round loss, where you let only one of them live, so when you win the next round, they don't have the round loss bonus, and you break their economy.
Yeah, reset it, yeah.
It's genius.
Yeah, it's been a thing in attack shooters for quite some time,
now,
although it varies in severity game to game. In Valorant, it's not too bad, but it's definitely a tough pill to swallow. And in doing so, like Fury do invest some pretty big ults, right? It's a convergent pass off the rip for them. They're going straight in. Viper's Pit also deployed by Nerve. So even though the Rolling Thunder is committed by G2 with that retake attempt, it's shaky at best.
To widen the scope a little bit as well, it is just bizarre to see EU on Furia. Who would have had that in their off-season predictions?
He's not even the strangest player in this strange collection of players.
It, on paper, is just such a bizarre team.
Yes.
And yet, they are working so well together.
And what business do they have being this good, this early? It's a revelation, I think, in terms of our playoffs performances for Americas.
You have Artzin going back to lead this team after MIBR lose it champs, and he really took that hard, put all the blame on himself, and has bounced back, is playing a super solid controller so far. Koala Noob is just one of the hungriest players out there.
Yep.
Just a guy who he'll do whatever it takes.
Go anywhere. Yep. You could see how much it meant to him in that interview, of course, a couple weeks ago now.
And then you get that new talent, Alim, Star Duelist on core, Nerve, who's just been grinding forever, and then you're like, wait, EU's not on 100 Thieves anymore? Nope. It's not like he was ever bad.
No, absolutely not.
And then he's over here, and somehow this team are just the truth. Wall is in with the Outlaw. Pretty silly, but yeah, follow-up is nice.
Yeah, look, I think tough to call a clear round here if you're G2.
Thought that was about to be a headshot.
I think Josh was probably game planning for round number 9.
Yeah, definitely.
Last player standing.
Spike. Joe looking for a timing there, but Alan was locked in on ramp.
Valen trying to make it seem
30
like he's going to
seconds
walk
left.
out of screens, but Furia know that's a lie, except Alan was still looking forward.
Despite that.
Yeah, despite that, Elm still not looking the other direction.
Maybe some input lag on that information,
over there.
That's fine. Right. Chalk up another one here for Furia. Now, G2's timeout that they called, we're going to be looking now for what that timeout actually meant. Adaptations perhaps around this Viper's Pit, maybe you just send it mid, right? Force the game out to the extremities. You've got a Nightfall for the retake if you need it.
Yeah, another Nightfall.
EU, by the way,
because EU's just frying. So he has another Nightfall.
Boom.
Alan,
Boom, baby.
he was orb maxing there. Maybe that's why he died on purpose. Got a kill, got the orb, dies, 3 orbs. Genius. All right, well, you can clearly see the plan for Baby Bay in mid. Judge, ult,
Hit.
there you go. In the meantime, over on the, A side of the map, you have a patient Furia and a very active Furia towards B. Look at that teleport, dimensional drift right in there. Leaf has to step up as the anchor. Jaw helping him out.
That gets his. Alamo straight for Leaf. He's a little low, and there's no heaven control yet for Furia. Actually need some time. They need to buy time for these rotates to come in, but I love that from Jaw inserting himself down ramp to catch this cross potentially.
Nightfall comes out from G2. Counter Nightfall will be coming through any second now from EU, surely, as soon as they're aware that the players are coming out of heaven.
It would give away where he is, though, so he's thinking about, I think, maybe how to make best use of this. The hindrance on Jorg, not capitalized on yet. Oh, okay, through the smoke, there could be something there. And here's the counter Nightfall. Now the EU has revealed himself, and it is a flood of red on the kill feed, but Valen keeps his team in it. Only just. Decay down, trying to play through these smokes, but he might, well, he would have had a timing if he hadn't made noise. He was deafened. And that's an impossible round to win. Another 2-piece for EU, 15-2.
And with no audio as well, I like that teleport up top from Art Zin.
Yeah.
Valen had no idea. EU, massive kill again. I believe he was the one that took out Baby Bay over on ramp. Maybe it was his teammate. Yeah, it was EU getting that kill. And as soon as he knows he's safe, Nightfall. Triple connection off that. Round as good as done.
Oh my god, bro, I am heating up, gang.
Such a wholesome way to describe it. He has been the main character on Split so far, though no one's going to argue with that.
There's just no one on G2 at the moment that, in terms of the firepower, can compare to what Furia are doing. We are not seeing the Leaf performance that we had against 100 Thieves just yet.
Okay.
Sure.
Right.
Sure. G2 want to press a little bit forward and get some space. I mean, they know an Outlaw is there, and they're peeking out, but hey, they have one round. They're on an eco. They're taking risks. I can't really blame them for just having the feeling of, let me do something. Let me try to get a kill. Oh, the timing on the drop to the barrel. That's unlucky.
Yeah, not much to be found in a round like this, I think, for G2. Sure, Draw would like to fly high here, but on an eco round, I don't necessarily know if you're going to see Fury just jam everything through A main.
Trying to reposition himself.
Saturate dodged. Wouldn't have mattered anyway. Fire rate not the issue with a shotgun, and Alum is going to spy Jorg
30
early.
seconds left.
Furia are just on an insane run right now. Nerve holding on the flank. Valen going to get this one rifle. Alum ready to lock things down, though. Baby Bay weak. First shot is good. Koala Noob on that trade. This is Furia up 9-1 against G2. Map 3 to get into this upper bracket final with a shot of making it to Masters.
It is, yeah. Sometimes
Madness.
fact stranger than fiction.
this is the G2 team that are unbeatable regionally. They won it all of last year. No one could stop them. And the fact that Furia, this new team, might be able to do it right now in this fashion is unbelievable. But you can't count G2 out just yet. They can get right back into this game.
Time to jump.
They are a team that made a lot of comebacks last year, too.
Yeah.
That was their bread and butter.
Okay. Good
Just some
opener.
taps from Josh, sure.
Yep, one smoke kill deserves another. Kuala now dying by the same sword he lived by in the previous.
EU, by the way. Weapon check. Outlaw.
Still outlaw.
Armor check on G2. Full for everyone.
Yep. Aura check at maximum for EU.
Can Arnson find this kill? No. That peak
Okay,
is
double
slow.
sweep.
Yeah, nice from Baby Bay.
Doubling his kills for the map. Love to see that.
One enemy remaining.
Joel trying to get in there, just throws in the saturate. There's a flawless round coming up for G2. Not a moment too soon.
Felt like they had a real desire to win out a dominant round. Like they got to beat on where those last few players were at, and they just flooded them. Yeah, using that for Baby Bay. Nice shot shutting them down in vents.
Off angle. All right, flawless round. Statement round, to be sure, for G2. I think 2 to 3 rounds on defense side is it's not going to spark joy.
Looks like we might be set up for a huge fight in A main. Jaw's convergent pass here could destroy Furia.
Hotline first.
Ooh, the Haunt didn't get anyone. If it got some pings, he definitely would have used that ultimate.
He might just face this. Okay, no, I think Jorg has a good reason to expect there's multiple players here. So here's convergent paths. Now what?
Yeah, they can't actually push too aggressively. That snake bite in the way.
They got the orb. But that's kind of it for now. And they have just used the Wale ultimate. Obviously, Adam still has a convergent pass. He's been sitting on it for a few rounds.
Yeah, I mean, kind of just massive delay. They trade one ult for that into Leaf getting an orb, so he has Rolling Thunder, and they can use that later.
EU feeling himself is just re-clearing this for free. Well, the taxman cometh, apparently.
Jaw is just a genius when it comes to spamming through that Viper wall. 3 kills in the last 2 rounds. Intuition on max. Furia making their way over towards this B side. G2 are definitely aware that Furia, they're making the way over towards this B side. They have 3 players there now. Jaw's just sat in A main. Here come the smokes, and G2 really can just play this out for a full retake. They don't have to rush this at all. Leaf has that Rolling Thunder. You could have Valen, well, he's going to get that first kill, but even at that, he could, well, just get a second kill. I'm trying to give him a strat, bro. It doesn't just kill him. Whatever, man, just kill him.
It's a Viper's pit now.
It doesn't even matter.
Claw in the back of the side, his nerve was
And
hoping
what
to
if
make
they just
something
shoot
of this
him?
round. Yeah.
Tactics, ults, who gives, you know, I can't say that on broadcast. No one cares. Just go shoot him. Just go shoot him and kill him. The game's easy. Whatever.
2 flawless rounds back-to-back to cap off the half here for G2, and there was a lot of this action.
Oh, there was an elbow through the wall.
30 seconds left.
There was. Thank you, replay.
Not with this. Oh, man, I mean, you are quick to see that. I am inclined not to believe that you saw anything at all. Right, 9 to 3 half. G2 finally coming alive towards the end, but still quite a mountain to climb. This is the side of map. Winner goes into our upper finals. Don't go too far. More of Split coming at you. It's a 6-round game here on Split, but when you're looking at a team like G2, that's a gap that can close awfully quickly. They started to get the key pieces online in that first half, or at least towards the end of it. Jorgamo, smoke kills, aplenty, Valid, having some really important moments where he's able to take a couple of these rounds over, at least make them interesting. However, EU is looking big and brolic out there, my God. He was 15-2 at one point, definitely feeling it. Definitely took that Outlaw into more rounds than was appropriate, but still, he was delivering the results, and Furia let him just kind of do his thing.
You can't count out G2 on this attack side. Their executes are pretty incredible. Having the double initiator to set up Jaw is devastating if you're trying to anchor the sites. I think a lot of this is going to come down to Furia being able to circumvent that util and then getting some good floods of their own, and some good big set retakes. Now, we saw they had that on, in spades on Abyss. We'll see if they can recreate that here to close out the game. This would be a big pistol round for G2 to take.
Chasing the fault line, Furia hastily try and get to the low ground here, and they've shut down this first thrust pretty effectively on the pistol.
That's what I mean. They're able to dodge that util coming into sight, just fight out of heaven. Nerve, a bit of an awkward timing. Outpaces his players and screens. Wow, damage from Allen is significant, and Art's in. Easy swing.
Trent sitting on a...
Wow, wow.
Not the appropriate weapon for that. Frenzy out in the open.
I like that out the gate from Furia. There wasn't any pressure coming towards heaven from G2. It was a direct line getting into that site. They were able to dodge out on that util. Allen drops down. EU had thrown a haunt just before that. And they are just able to clean up these G2 players trying to get out of the choke. Might have to drop him to 30% on calm audio. He's getting even louder.
I feel it's like if Nikkei 30 got a little bit less family friendly, a little bit more sweaty.
G2, they are opting for the Force. Real do or die buy here for them. Getting out into maybe what a shot!
Man, he led that beautifully. Koala Noob, he's awake and he's frying. Belen's able to get around the corner, but the Spectre does him in, and Koala Noob gets the post back up on the spot.
This is just effortless. Baby Bay was on a late lurk to try and come through heaven. It's always a sick in your stomach feeling when you're the last guy and you're the lurker across the map. Okay, well, we are getting a little bit too excited here, Furia. Let's calm down. Let's calm down.
Right.
The stable hands of EU. All good. Safe with him.
Furia, though, carry those rifles out of the round.
That's insane. He wasn't even... That was a quick scope.
It was. That was about as FaZe Clan as you get.
One enemy.
Okay. And then he posts back up, right? Gets back into...
yeah, just in that safe
tunnel.
position.
Beautiful.
And now G2, no real decision to make other than, well, we just got to run it back.
Yep. It's going to be the G2 Stinger buy with a Bucky. All the main characters of your favorite G2 rendition of an attack side round.
They're just jiggling down mid. Not going to get spotted out by that Prowler. Still, though, feels that some additional pressure could be coming, so he throws down the snakebite just to delay as the smokes get cycled from the playoff. Here comes Jaw.
Paranoia catches through. EU wanted a bit of a fight in mid. It's going to be Nerve now with the Judge. Falls away.
Oh, what a
Good spot to be with
shot.
that Stinger. Yeah, sharp shooting from Trent. Alum has the timing, but has now revealed himself. Can refract away, though. And this leaves Trent with the spike to hand, sure, but on his own in a 1v2.
Another monster play would be demanded of Trent here. He was outrageous on bind. Started that game with a 1v2 clutch. Now G2 with their life on the line on map 3.
30 seconds left.
Going to have to pull something just like that off again. These two duelists from Furia, they're doubled up, both working through screens. One flash for Koala.
And so Trent will tuck himself here in A main.
And
This
does have that haunt back. It did just cycle up.
This was the gun round. This is the last best potentially buy that G2 has for this series. Trent has to clutch it after getting his first ace of his VCT run. Now he needs to go 1v2 in the biggest moment possible, and it's not to be. Allen will be doubled up and waiting.
Alum is just so ready. When that peek isn't coming from heaven, not even a jiggle, nothing, and they've walked through screens, he's just prepared for the peak from main. It's a good opener from Leaf, caught EU off. Art was really fast on that trade though as well. Dual one in main.
Good job. All right, guys. All right, play our game. Play our game one more round.
Add that one to your repertoire as well. That could be good. When you're
Play
winning,
our game,
yep.
that's a
One-
classic.
Yep, like that one.
And EU, to close this out, wants to do it in devious fashion with the Outlaw, of course. Nerve with the Judge yet again to play towards mid.
The Outlaw against 3 half-armor targets could be pretty good. Oh, Alan pops up, sees Baby Bay playing passively. That's information gained. Nerve's going to try and fall back here in towards Heaven again with the Judge. And oh, buddy, Furia just don't seem to care. No respect. Baby Bay gets pushed on the extremity of the map. And now some Heaven control will be attempted. There's the Saturate. And Jorgamo will vaporize in a burst of color.
And Leaf just doesn't even want to test Alim further.
Last
It's 2
player
versus
standing.
5. Just Leaf remaining.
One little Leaf against the full fury of the Panthers. A flawless round to close it out. This Furia team is something else. Koalanu, man, this guy will go anywhere to play the game he loves, and there might just be a spot for him and this team at the top. So far in Americas, they are out in front, and they got themselves into the upper final.
1 game left to win for Furia to be the first team qualified to Masters. That is madness. What did you start this off saying? It's last year's most winningest team in Americas versus the bottom team in Americas, and they have flipped the script. This new roster is so legit. And on that last map, you just have to give the utmost credit to EU, who a lot of people were wondering, this guy's not on 100 Thieves anymore, and now he's going down to Furia, who have historically just been a cursed org in Americas, and look at them now. This team has insane inherent chemistry.